Hello everybody, this is Carol from Friendly Quail. I'm here today to show you what I'm going to do with leftovers from when I punched the holes out for the portrait cards, which was my last video. And just to use them up, and I'm going to be making some things to put on tags, etc. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. If you're new, welcome, and I hope you will subscribe. So we're going to start. For some of them, I'm going to be stamping, and I'm using these stamps. I got them on Amazon. I don't know what it just says Wood Stamps Seal Group. And then it has the NO like this with the number on there. And if I can try to find a link for it, if you're interested, just let me know. Okay, but I've already done the taken all of the little ovals, and I used various colors of distress ink to color them. This is Tattered Rose. This is Forest Moss. This is Honey, Wild Honey. This is Linen, Antique Linen. These are all, what do you call it? Vintage Photo. And this is Vintage Photo on a piece of gray tag. So I'm going to be, I use this to do them on, and I'm going to be, let's see, I need something to put down that's white so that you can see maybe a little better what's going on. And I'll test out my my stamps depending what color I'm going to use to make sure they're working. I tried a couple of them, and I think they're just very plain, but they're cute. They're just, you know, got another one here. So that's what I'm going to do with the first group here. Some of them are bigger, and the number doesn't show up quite as much on it as it would if they on the smaller ones, but they still look okay. You could put more on them if you wanted to. I think I'm going to start with the black on this gray one because that's darker. Let's see, what number do I want to put on there? How about number 8? I'm going to just test it. Seems like when I haven't used them for a while, it's not very dark. I'm not getting it on there very good. No, I got it on the edge. I don't want that on there. Okay, let's try it on this one. Yeah. So that's a little bigger than a lot of the other ones are. But they still work. Depends what you're making. Sometimes you want something a little bigger on there. There, that turned out pretty well. All right, now I'm going to switch colors. And I'm going to do, let's see, a different number. I'll do number 7, and I'm going to do it with Acorn. Acorn has a little bit of a greenish tinge to it. Yeah, it could still be dark. I'm just trying to put it kind of in the middle. And there we have that one. I'll do another 7 with acorn. Got a little bit on the edge and I should have wiped it off, but it really doesn't bother me. It looks okay. I think because these are a little darker, I'm going to use Timber Brown, which is the darkest color brown that I have. This is Stays On. Yeah, okay. There we go. That looks pretty good. And another one. There. Now, I have a couple more. I think I'll continue to use the Timber Brown. Now this one is one that had the embossing on, so it doesn't get down like in between necessarily, but I still think it looks okay. Oh, I got it all over my finger. And this is some Tattered Rose. I'll do that. I do like to change the numbers. Oh, I like that one too. Now, let's see. Okay, so those are the numbers. Now for some of the other ones, I had, get my numbers out of the way here. I had some of the heads that I had already cut out, but they were a different oval than this one. So I used the small oval to cut it out so that it would go onto this with a nice rim on it, you know, border. And I've already inked these up with Vintage Photo. So I'm going to put this on the middle of that. And then I found some tiny little, they have words on them. This one says, trademark registered 1875. Now what I'm going to do is put it off the side, so it's kind of on and kind of off. And I think I'll put it in the way that he's kind of looking. So I'm going to pick it up, and I'm not going to put it on the whole thing. I'm going to put it on the part that'll be kind of hanging out on the paper. It says trademark. I should have put it down a little bit so it's not on his face. So now this will be nice to put on a tag too. All right, I got a Ben Franklin here, one of the authors in the Journey Through Bookland series. Him I recognize. I wonder why. Okay. And I have this one that says 146 Franklin Street. Put it off towards the way he's looking. He used to work at a school called Franklin Middle School at one point. That was named after good old Ben. Okay, don't remember who this guy is. I have all their names if I look at the original papers, but I don't remember who he is. Probably because I didn't know who he was. Ones who I had heard of before, now that I see what they look like, I would recognize them. Okay, let's see. Do I want this? The way he's looking? No, because I think I'll put it the other way, mainly because he has more suit on that side. I don't want to cover up his face. All right, this one says corner of San Pedro and Jefferson. No, Corporal? No, I don't know. And there's a number after it. Streets, I think. They're really small, so they're hard to read. So when I put this on a tag, then I would put glue on the part that's sticking out, as well as the back of it, and then that'll be held down. But until I'm ready to do that, it's going to stay like that. Okay, here's another one. Can't remember who this guy is either, but I remember seeing and thinking, oh, I've heard of him. But he isn't one that I know a lot about or remember a lot. Okay, let's see. This one just says number 1 Americu. I'll put him off the other direction. I think I like that better. All right. And I think I have one more up here somewhere. Yep, here. I have stuff on the back of these because I was experimenting with printing them off, and some of them I got a better color and stuff, so I used the ones that weren't so good and printed on the other side. All right. Okay. We'll put him here. Okay, so there's another type of thing that I'm going to make, that I could make with my leftover ovals. Now, I'm going to use some of them to use as a base for snippets. So hopefully this one will work. I haven't used this for a while. Looks like it's getting thick. Okay, so I keep a basket. I'll kind of put it up here. It's a huge basket full of all kinds of snippets that I cut up. And when I make snippets or snippet rolls, I just pull things out of there. So I kind of pulled some things out. Let's see. These here I might still be stamping numbers on they got over there. I don't think that I meant to put snippets on them. Oh, and I wanted to do some numbers on these, like on the edge. So, again, I think I'll use potting soil for these. They're a little damp because I had just re-inked my tattered rose, and it was pretty ooshy, which is great because it colored beautifully, but it was a little wet. So I'm going to put this kind of on the side right here. Okay, And then I am going to use my, get it back down there again, my Fabri-Tac, and I'm going to put the snippet, come on, here we go, it's getting there. It's still runny enough, it's just that it wasn't down by the front. I think I'll put this here, then I'll put some, I have a flower here, and some lace. There. Now, it could be used on something like a pocket. It could be used like this, or you could use it like this. Either way, it would be fine. So I've got this other one. Let me grab, so pardon my arm. I thought with the pink and greenish color would be good to use for like a floral journal. All right. Put a little on this edge because it's not staying down. I usually do leave them kind of up a little bit. All right. Got a real faint daisy on it in green. We'll put this on. And then a little lace on top of that. Get the thread out of there. There we go. Try to keep it so it's not exactly the same as the other ones. There. Okay. Now, you can put something on top of that, a button or something like that too. I'm going to use some of these round ones. I'm not going to stamp anything on it, or the oval ones, I should say. But I'm going to put some lace, put a little fabric, this one has stuff dangling off of it, which is fine with me, but maybe if it's too much, I'll just cut it off. And then I'm going to put some of this trim on. This is all the stuff I just had cut snippets up and put them in my basket. I sit at my sewing machine and then I can make snippet rolls. I have a video, it's an older video, but I have a video of doing that. And I could put a number or a butterfly, or I could put just a button or something like that on too, or a little paper flower. This one I have a big piece of darker green lace, and then I'm going to put some of this stripe on here. It is getting a little thick. I have to add a little acetone. Works like a dream. But I have to add it and then let it, like, shake it up and then let it overnight, because otherwise it doesn't mix in. But if given time, it does. So I usually shake it up and then leave it overnight and then shake it again in the morning before I use it again. So there we got another little snippet. And let's see. This one got really dark. So I thought I'd make it a snippet. Let's see. I do a lot of mass making snippets, either snippet rolls or I lay them out and just do a whole bunch, all of them at the same time. And here, use this piece of lace. Yeah, usually something on there makes it look better. When it's pretty plain. Without anything on it. Okay, and I got one more. So, hopefully, this will give you some ideas of how to use up your leftovers if you decide to use a die to cut out ovals or something. You've got, I use the other part where the oval was cut out of to make my portrait journaling cards. And then I had these left over. And of course, you need to use them up. That's it. I'm going to look and see how my time is. I kind of had it ready thinking it wouldn't take real long, but it's 21 minutes. So I think I'll end this video, and next time I have plans to pull out an old project. Oh, I have these two yet. I'm going to pull out an old project and figure out what I'm doing with that. It's a golden book, and it's called Naughty Bunny. And my brother, when he was little, and he's 6 years younger than I am, when he was little, that was one of his favorite books. And I read it to him all the time. And he was a naughty bunny. He did the same things like the naughty bunny did in the book, like drawing with crayon on the walls and things like that. And so anyway, he really liked that book. And so I'm making him a golden book journal with the little Naughty Bunny book, which I found at a thrift store. And I don't know that he'll write in it because it's a guy, but I'm going to put all bunny stuff in, and I'm kind of looking forward to finishing it up for him. So that's what I'm going to do next. So here we have the things that we made today, and lots of little things with that I can use on tags and in pockets and things like that. And that was just leftovers. Now, it did take me a little longer because I did distress all of these things, but that didn't take me that long. I just put it on something like this and just go to town. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video. Oops, I guess I didn't put those in camera very well. There we go. Those are the ones that we did today. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.